Okay.
Hi, I'm Michelle Cordova.
Lionel de la Cruz.
Eddie Natap.
Isaac Nieves.
Okay.
And I am Steph Arnold. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about cognitive dissonance. It sounds weird, but do you guys know what that is?
No.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find that out right now. Exactly. So, going back, I am taking public speaking class in college right now, and they presented this cognitive dissonance as a tool for persuading people in public speaking. I also studied that before in my psychology class, but it was just showing how human behavior changes over time because of that. So what is cognitive dissonance? It's this discomfort that we have in our brains when our actions don't match our thoughts. So let's use the smoking example. You say, I don't want to smoke, but you're smoking. That creates cognitive dissonance, that you feel uncomfortable with that. So your brain is like, okay, what do I have to do? I either stop thinking about quitting smoking, or I'm going to quit smoking, so I find that balance. So that's pretty much what cognitive dissonance is. So all that made me think, why not use cognitive dissonance just to change my own behavior? Because as far as right now, all that I got is that you can use that to convince other people of doing other things, whatever you think. So why not use that to change your own life, to change your own self? So how can you do that? You use visualization tools. What does it mean? It means that you're going to project, you're going to think what you want for you, what you want for your life, and then because of the cognitive dissonance, you're going to adjust that. So let's say you're thinking that you need to, find a girlfriend. If you think about that constantly, what's going to happen? You're going to put yourself in a situation where you will be able to find a girlfriend instead of staying home, for example, and being a couch potato. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we go. So one important thing to say is that I read about this book called The Senses of Man, and they're saying that 80% of everything that we learn is processed by sight. So most of what we learn is based on what we see. So we gotta see to be able to do it. That's the first important thing. Another important thing is that this thing I read in this book called Psychology in Everyday Life by David Myers. He said that everything that we learn, we associate with images. So let's say if I say the word chair, you probably had the image of a chair right now in your head, but it could be a dentist chair, it could be your kitchen chair, it could be any chair. But everything that we learn, we know we associate with an image. So based on that, we're gonna use projecting tools so we can change our lives or achieve a goal. How can you do that? One is just projecting images. For example, let's say you want to lose weight. You're gonna think about yourself as slimmer, thinner. So that's the image you're gonna have. That's gonna create cognitive dissonance. So you're gonna try to do something to get that image that you have in your head, and you do that daily, constantly. Another thing that you can do is role playing. So have you guys ever heard the fake it until you make it?
Yep.
So if you pretend that you're something, you end up being that. We have that example in the corporate setting. They say dress for who you want to be or the position that you want to have, not for the position that you have. So let's say that I'm an assistant, but I dress up as if I was the CEO. It would be easier for other people to see me as a CEO if I'm already dressed up and I'm presenting myself and carrying myself as such. So that's the example of role playing that you can use, so you can trick your mind into becoming something or achieving something else. Another tool is creating vision boards. So let's say you can cut images. For example, you want a car. You cut an image of the car that you want, the house that you want, home that you want, whatever you want. Just put that and you look at it every single day. You're going to create habits that will lead you to that. I had that experience when I bought my house. I thought it would be pretty much impossible for me to get a house, over here, especially because I'm from another country, I'm from Brazil. I had just got here, and there's credit, all of the stuff that you guys know that you need to buy a house. But I had that idea, and I really wanted, so I used the vision board to get myself a house. So I had that image, I looked at it, so I gotta do everything I can to get that house. So I worked the following 6 months doing everything that I could just so I could get that house. So I was projecting what I wanted, and I got it. Another thing that you can do is using affirmative words. So for example, you can write on a paper how you want to be or who you want to be. So as if you're already that. So let's say, this me doesn't smoke. This me dances salsa. This me has a girlfriend, a beautiful woman who helps me with everything, or an awesome guy who helps me with everything. This new me goes to college. This new me has a degree. And you read that every single day. You're gonna read that over and over again until you start acting on it. So that's how cognitive dissonance can help you. So the idea here is, don't let just other people tell you how you can improve your life. You don't need a motivational speaker to tell you how you can be better or be the self that you want to be. You can do that yourself, just using the visualization tools and projecting the images of who you want to be or where you want to get. That's it. Thank you, guys.